The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it all starts, the first of 6 on this Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
The 24-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former Wildcat, their rookie QB from Kansas State.
It's very simple to say. It's a tough spot to go on the road in the playoffs for any quarterback. But when you're a rookie, now you know you've got big-time pressure on you because he's shown that he's beyond his years throughout the season. He's played at a high level, and his team is very confident in him. But to go on the road leading your team in the postseason as a rookie, that's a whole nother level.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Greenfield. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete. Bernard. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
And wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from the guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Here's Pacheco once again. Down at the 25.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. We're scoreless after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's the pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
St. Brown in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Now back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
In motion, the tight end. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we're at halftime. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
2nd down and inches. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this to the 32.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll drop this off to Pacheco. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A good pickup there of 22.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. Bernard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Quickly completed to the right flat. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Tyrell Dodson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Carter, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Now back to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The Raiders heading out to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Steps away to his left.
Down the left sideline.
And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Back to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Miami set to take over.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
So the Raiders now down by 2. A minute 36 to go.
They've got the crowd behind them, and they need only a field goal to survive and advance to these playoffs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. That's caught by Wilson. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season